I want to talk to you guys today about something that is very important to me and has been super important to me on helping others on their journey as well. Now, there are a lot of things that have been happening within society that have made us lose touch with who we really are and each other. We've lost touch with the connection with each other. We've lost touch with our emotional guidance system. We have lost touch with what our emotions even are, and instead we shame them and deny them. For us, as a society, it has become acceptable to be happy and feel joy, but it has become unacceptable to feel something like anger or sadness. And because we've been suppressing this and giving the message that it's not okay, and basically overall shaming the hell out of everybody who feels that way, we have been suppressing the truth of who we really are. When spirit comes into this dimensional level, it splits off into 3 different aspects: the physical aspect, the mental aspect, and the emotional aspect. Our emotional bodies are actually the closest aspect of us to that of our higher self. And so when we have shut that off, we've shut down the guidance system that can tell us if we are coming closer into contact with the vibrational frequency of our higher self or moving farther away. Obviously, there's a huge problem with that. Now, the other thing that we've lost touch with because of losing touch with our emotional bodies and because of losing touch with ourselves altogether, we have lost touch with our heart space. There are 2 different main function areas as humans: the head space and the heart space. The head space is a mental connection to life, right? It is our mentality. And the physical organ governing it, the brain. There is a left hemisphere and a right hemisphere and a corpus callosum to the brain. And because of that, there is always going to be a duality when it comes to the brain. There's always going to be is this right, is this wrong? There's always going to be a separation. There's always going to be me and you instead of us, instead of taking each other as ourselves, as we are all human beings. So you see, that's a huge problem. It's a huge problem when we're not able to take each other as a whole. We're not able to take each other as, a part of ourselves. The other issue with us being stuck in the brain is this deep separation. It's this idea that, people are our enemy instead of our friends. People are either good or bad. We're categorizing everything. The heart space, however, our physical heart, the second center, actually I should say the first center of our being, is our heart space. That is our center for emotions. Notice how, other than our physical body, the 2 other aspects to us are emotional system and mental system. So the physical organs governing the emotional system and the mental system are the heart and the brain. Here's the thing. When we lost touch with our emotional bodies, and I mean completely lost touch with our emotional bodies, we also lost touch with our hearts. Now, our hearts are the center of our being. They are the first organ that comes into manifestation in the womb. They are our center for feeling. They're our center for knowing if something is okay with us or not okay with us. They're a center for everything. The heart is. Now, if you look at a flower of life pattern, you can think of the heart space as the center vortex for your body, for your being. So, if you look on a flower of life pattern, the very center of your flower for life that is connected to all other flowers of life, that is connected to everything that is your heart. That's your center for reality. Your emotional body is your center for reality. The closest frequency to that of your higher self. And long ago, we lost touch with this. We lost touch with each other. We lost touch with our hearts. Our heart is our connection to the earth, to the knowing and our knowledge of that we are not separate from the earth, but we are an extension of her. We're an extension of her body. We are made up of fire, water, air, and earth. Our skin and our cellular makeup can be the vibration of earth. Our spirit, our heart, our, passion can be seen as fire. Most of our bodies are made up of water, and we need air to survive. Air can also be seen as the frequency of our mentality. Now, here's the deal. When we are connected to our heart space, we're also connected to ourselves, Mother Earth, our planet, each other as humans. We need to reconnect with Mother Earth, and we can do that through connecting with the heart space. And by connecting with the heart space, they are one and the same. By connecting with the earth, you are connecting with the heart space, and vice versa. We are not just on the earth. We are literally an extension of her consciousness, her children, and she loves us so much. The heart space is the knowledge that she is conscious and she is protecting us, and she will be there for us no matter what. And as long as you connect with her love, she will provide safety for you. The heart space is also connection to the cosmos. It's connection to source consciousness, the stars in the night sky, the sun as it rises and sets. It's a connection to our guides and angels, which are also an extension of us. Now, we are living in a mirror universe, but we're also living in a oneness universe, or a united universe. This means that we are all expressions of and extensions of source consciousness. This universe is made up of fractals, and that means that we are a fractal of the whole. And if you know about fractals, each fractal represents the entirety of the whole. We have all parts of the universe within us, and the heart space is access and connection to that. It's access and connection to your vortex for reality, to feeling good about your life, to feeling in your purpose, to knowing which way to move, to being in the flow, to being in alignment. The heart space is a connection to yourself as well. That's the trinity of the heart space. The heart space is made up of a trinity: Mother, Earth, Father, Sky, and Child, you. And it's also a connection to your brothers and sisters of the planet. So, everything in our world points to the disconnection from our heart space, from our emotions, from the suppression of emotions, from the shame of emotions, to the disconnection with ourselves, to the disconnection from each other, where you can't even walk down the street or be at a park and know that we are all whole as humanity. Everybody's stuck in their brain wondering who's going to fuck them over, who's going to screw them over. Can I trust this person? Can I not trust this person? And so it is because of the disconnection with our hearts that we have to be on a constant lookout for the enemy, for our fellow humans to be hurting us, right? When you connect back with the heart space, you can feel into your emotional body, your center of intuition, to know if somebody has good intentions or not, or if they're in alignment in that moment, or if they're planning on doing anything to harm you or not. And so when you're in the heart space, you can fully take all humans as a part of yourself. Even when someone does something that upsets you, or even when someone is not in alignment or is doing something from a place of non alignment, you can search into your heart and find the part of you that does those things or is those things, right? And you might not express it exactly the way they express it in your life, but as you are a fractal, you do have a part of them within you. And by accessing the part of you that is also them, you can find compassion for them. And so that's why I've created my 5-month Enter Your Heart Space program. Now, this is the second time running, and the first time around it was 4 months long. So I'm creating it to be an extra month at this point. If you want to get testimonials for that program, you can go to www.lushheartsblossoming.com. This is an absolutely life-changing, phenomenal program that I have never seen before. Because I am connecting all the dots, we're going to be working with the emotional body, our shadows, moving behind the resistance of our shadows. And we are going to be communicating with our hearts. So that's why I've created my 5-month Enter Your Heart Space program. It is a life-changing, transformational program that brings all of this into context for you. We're going to be focusing on entering our heart space, on connecting with our place of knowing, of our place of connection to the entire universe. You know, I always say that the heart space is the main place where psychic abilities come from, right? And yes, sure, there's certain areas in the third eye and in the pineal gland where you can get visions, etc., etc. And there is a psychic connection to the pineal gland, to the third eye from the heart. But our center for feeling and clairsentience and that inner knowing, that comes from the heart space. So my Enter Your Heart Space program is going to be phenomenal, and I've never seen it been put in this way before. We're going to be doing heart space activation frequencies so you can activate into the heart space. We're going to be doing exercises to help you get into the heart space, meditations, activations. Every single time there will be a group activity, or what I call a feather circle, where you can connect with your group members. This is an intimate program. There are going to be connection exercises in this program so that you can get to know your group members. And if you want to check out the last group and what happened, we literally became this soul family. And they have the support of those 15 people that were with them in the program for the rest of their lives. And by holding those intimate connections, you are a frequency match to creating more connections. By entering the heart space, we're going to be working on relationships, sexuality, body image, how you feel about yourself, abundance, and we're going to be working behind the resistance to everything. Now, if you want to find out more about this program, and if you want to message me for a free discovery call, if you are full in for this program, message me today and we can get you set up. For more information, please visit my website.